It's Ash from Super Videos back at you for another video. So they just released the title, synopsis, and some more photos from 709, or the mid-season premiere of season 7 of The Walking Dead. Now the synopsis comes from comicbook.com and the images come from comicsoon.net. I'm going to leave the link to both of these in the description so you can go and check them out. So first I'm going to read the title. The title for 709 is Rock in the Road, and that's very cool because, as we know, in the mid-season premiere, Rick is most likely going to try to get both Gregory from the hilltop and King Ezekiel from the kingdom to join him in the war against the Saviors and Negan. And this title, Rock in the Road, represents some sort of roadblock or obstacle for Rick in doing this. So we're pretty sure that either Gregory or Ezekiel or both are not going to be completely down with supporting Rick in this war. The synopsis reads, Rick is introduced to a new community. Nothing new there. We already know he's going to be introduced to a new community. That community is going to be the kingdom, and the leader of that community is going to be King Ezekiel. So nothing new there. So the synopsis is a bit underwhelming, but I like the title. So let's get to the images. First, we have Rick and Aaron. So this is probably at Alexandria, and it's most likely after Rick and the others come back from the kingdom. So of course they're at the hilltop right now, as far as we know. Then they're probably going to be going to the kingdom, and from there they're going to probably come back to Alexandria, and this is probably where this picture is taken. Now, what gives away that this is back at Alexandria is Aaron. So Aaron is at Alexandria. So for Rick to be with Aaron, he has to be back at Alexandria. This is most likely at Alexandria. But it's a pretty cool image. I like the image. Now they're looking at something, most likely Simon or one of the Saviors, because we do know that Simon is set to appear in this episode, and the Saviors are most likely going to come to Alexandria in this episode, most likely looking for Daryl. So it's going to be interesting there. The next photo is actually of Gregory's office at the hilltop. We have an image of Rick, Michonne, and Carl, and they're probably in the middle of a discussion or an argument with the hilltop's leader, Gregory, to get him to join the war. And like I said, he's probably not going to agree with them, and he's probably not going to want to join. The next photo is actually of Gregory himself. Gregory is looking, as he always does, sneaky as hell, which is cool. Then we have an image of Daryl. It's a pretty cool image. And we also have Michonne as well, but we can't really see her. She's very close to the camera, but we can see Daryl pretty clearly, and it's a pretty cool image. Then we have Michonne and Daryl from another angle, and we have Rick sitting down in the background, which is pretty funny. It's like he's thinking, or he is very annoyed, or trying to find a way to get Gregory involved, and it's probably not going well. We have another image which is close to what we got previously. If you remember, we did get an image previously with them at the mansion, or in the main area in the mansion at the hilltop. In this image, we have Rick, Maggie, Sasha, Carl, Jesus, Michonne, and it looks like they're listening to something that Enid has to say. So what is Enid telling them? Not sure, but it's going to be very interesting to see what she has to say. It's going to be interesting to see what they have planned for Enid and what she's talking to the others about. Then we have an image of Michonne in a car. This is probably right before they get to the kingdom itself, which is cool. Then we have an image of Rick in this blue car. If you remember from the promo of the second half of the season, there was a scene with Rick driving a car and chasing someone or getting chased. So that's probably going to happen in 709 as well, which is going to be very cool. Now, like I said, Simon and the Saviors are set to appear in this episode. So are we going to see a chase scene between Rick and the Saviors? Maybe, that's possible. So it's going to be interesting to see that. Then we have an image again at Alexandria. It's at the front gates. We have Rick, and in the background we have Tobin. Now, there's really nothing else to say about this image. It's a pretty cool image. Then we have an image of Rosita and Tara in the background. I'm not sure where this is. This is most likely at the kingdom, but it could be anywhere. And Rosita, of course, has the scar on her face from when a rod cut her in her face, which is pretty cool. Then another image of Rosita. This is probably at Alexandria, but it still could be anywhere. Again, the scar is there, which makes Rosita look pretty cool in my opinion. It makes her look like a badass, which is cool.
Oh! You are such a badass!
And that's pretty much it. That's all the pictures we have. I'm looking forward to the second half of the season, the back half, and I'm interested to see what they're gonna do and how they're gonna bring March to War from the comic book into the screen and how everything is gonna come together. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll be back for another video.